Okay, so now I have finished the inside edge all the way down. Made it really nice and pretty, and it will look nice for a long time. Alright, so now what we're going to do is put the elastic on. Now, the top edge is nice and finished because we sewed down the casing. That's the bigger edge. Okay, now I have my elastic right here. So, and if you hear any crazy in the background, Aaron and Jason are playing. All right, so I had my nice, pretty elastic, and what I've done is I pinned it right here on the side, and I folded it here in half, put the ends to end, and found the halfway point. And then I found the halfway point of my gown, which is over here. And I pinned that halfway point of the elastic to the gown over here. So when I start sewing, I'm going to stretch, and it will meet that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing here, and don't worry about the raw edge. When we get back around to it, we'll put it together. Alright, so we're going to put that together and sew and stretch as we sew. Now, I'm going to keep this right at the top. I don't want anything showing. But you could put it further down and then have a little ruffly edge at the top. But I'm going to put it right at the top. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sew in the top of the elastic, really close to that edge. And this edge may ruffle up a little bit at the bottom. We'll see how that looks. See if we want to go back and stretch it out again and sew the bottom. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll have the rest of this, the other side, and see it's free, and I'll match it up to the other side, which I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to flip it around here. I'm going to stretch that all the way, and here find the beginning, and I can go ahead and pin that. And you can actually take this little part right here, fold it under, and so when you get back around, it'll be a nice, smooth little edge right there. Okay, you can do this for adults or children. Okay, so there's that. Alright, so let me go over here to the sewing machine. Set this back up. And we're going to put this under here. Now, I'm just going to sew a straight stitch. Again, I have not used this type of elastic. If you're doing lace, you can put the lace down and have it sticking out the top and just sew at the bottom of the lace or in the middle of one of the parts. I'll show you a little bit closer photo of the one that I'd already done. Alright, so I need this to stretch out as I go. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to back stitch to start with. Okay, so we're good now. And it won't pop me in the face as I pull it. And the pins are sideways, so they'll be just fine. Stretch a little bit. Keep looking down to make sure I'm kind of covering it a little bit. Stretch a little bit more. And you may not know how much you need to stretch. You could put it in even fourths instead of halves. I'm going to give myself a little pull and test the whole thing after. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'd be perfect. So a little bit. A little bit more. And I cut this elastic to a little bit smaller than Erin because I knew I don't want it to be tight on her, but I want it to fit, you know. Alright, so here we go. Here's my pin right there. It's my halfway point. Okay. Now here we go again. Okay, now here's my other end. So I need that to fit. Straighten it all out. going to do nicely. And there's my pins and elastic. Now once I get around to this and take out my pins here and turn these sideways, that, so I can go up and down that elastic. If it gets stuck, you can just pick it up. That's a lot of that work right there. All these strings, and cut this off. And there's your top of your gown. I'm going to go back around and sew at the bottom to make sure it's just going to fit right. Because it'll pop right back up. Again, this is not my favorite choice of elastic. I wanted something pretty, but this matched perfect, and I didn't have any lace at home. So now I'm just stretching it out. I don't have to worry about the pins or it being right on there because it's already sewn on the top. And then after we get back around, I'm going to stop, put the elastic for the shoulder straps, and then I'll show you that. And you're almost done.